you've been more jacked before, if you've had bigger muscles, they come back to their old size. If you lifted for 8 months, you got a bigger bicep, and you stopped lifting for 3 months, and it looks about the same as when you started. If you're really careful, like, okay, it's a little bit bigger, but really it's just back to square one. Most people think, oh my God, another 8 months just to get back to where I started? Like, forget the gym. The truth is, after roughly about a month, maybe as little as 3 weeks, you're going to have the same size biceps that you did in your peak, because the degree to which your tissue grows, if it's been a certain size before, especially if it was notably bigger than normal and you held that around for a few months and a few years, it comes back in a way that is so fast. If you experience it yourself, it's like you don't believe that it's happening to you.
So if there's anyone out there that's thinking about getting back into the gym, but they don't want to go back through all of that to get where they were, you'll get back there quick, I promise you. Muscle memory is an amazing thing. I've experienced this so many times. If I've been on holiday or I've been injured, like my normal weight's around 90 kilograms, I could drop down to 85. But to get back there, 3 weeks, like you said, 3-4 weeks, I'm back there. And you feel like Superman. It's crazy.
What the f? Joe, would you mind explaining your extraordinary new diets, please?
Well, I don't actually know what it's called anymore. It was meant to be the Dukan, which is like a can-do diet. You flip the word around.
Clever.
And it's meant to be the attack phase, phase 1. You attack it by having 2 to 10 days, your choice.
It's quite a wide range.
Of just protein, lean protein, whether that's meat or fish. Can you get lean fish?
All fish is lean.
Is it? Anyway, that's the attack phase of the Dukan. It's a cross between the carnivore and the Dukan. The other day, I had a ribeye with 5 fried eggs. Right, the other thing with the Dukan, although you're attacking this first phase with just protein, you're allowed to eat as much of it as you like.
Is it definitely a diet?
Yeah, watch this. Please, can we get the Dukan diet definition up on the screen?
Oh.
These are the principles of the Dukan method.
It says there you are allowed vegetables.
Yeah, but on day one it's meat, red meat. Day 2, red meat and veg.
You weren't eating any veg last week. You said you couldn't eat veg.
Yeah, no, because I thought it was for 2 to 10 days. So I just stuck on the day 1 for 10 days. Yeah. That's what I thought. I was getting so hungry, honestly.
You've got a lot of veg to catch up with, and fruit. Look at the next line up.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Help me.
There's loads of diets that work for different people for different reasons, but don't be like this guy and just hop on a diet without researching it. But if you're looking to lose fat whilst maintaining your muscle, this is how I would do it.
What's the best diet for the average person? High protein, high fiber, voluminous diet, eating a lot of fruit and vegetables, and having a lot of lean cuts of meat, and a lot of Greek yogurt or dairy that's low in fat. Does that mean that you can't lose weight on a keto diet or carnivore? No. But for most people, they'll be more full by eating these foods, and so that's the best diet to follow. It's just so much easier to lose weight when the foods have half the calories. A guy had an example. He said, I'd hardly eat and I can't lose weight. And it was like 3,000 calories, and it was like very calorie-dense foods, like nuts and all that stuff, like very dense. The other person's like eating so much food, it was like double the volume, but had half the calories. And it's like, no wonder you can't lose weight. You're eating too many calorie-dense foods, like French fries, chips and stuff. But if you eat more fruits and vegetables, really it's easy to lose weight to an extent. After a while, when your body fat drops too low, then it gets hard.
As a beginner, if you ate like that and did a full body workout twice a week with regular walking, maybe 3-4 times a week walking, you will get insane results, especially if you've never trained before. But like I said in previous videos, start slow with the training. You don't need to go crazy with that, but getting that diet in place first. That's it.
I felt like my legs were getting smaller by doing fewer reps.
Well, how many reps do you usually do? Like, what's the range? Typical.
Typical for legs, it would be like 10 to 15.
Yeah.
And then I was doing like 5 to 8.
Yeah.
So I got stronger, but I don't feel like that transferred to having bigger legs.
Any set below 10 for me is like a heavy set. Like when I was a kid, I'd do sets of 6. When I was 10 years old, it was 6 reps.
Yeah.
And then I got into higher reps. Now 15 is about my average.
For everything or for like...
For pretty much every single set, yeah.
Now, I found this clip very interesting because these are high-end lifters. They know what they're talking about, and they have a different approach to lifting when it comes to legs, higher rep versus low rep. But the one thing that they're not discussing, the nuance, is that they're both training to failure. Whatever rep range they're choosing, they're working to failure. Whereas if you hear 15 reps, you would probably assume that's a lightweight and you're doing muscular endurance. And an 8 rep is more about strength. But both can be strength if you're working to failure. And both can build muscle. It's really just about how much work you put in. You don't have to lift that heavy. But next we got a clip from Kai Green discussing the difference between bodybuilding and weightlifting.
The primary goal here is not to lift weights. You're not a weightlifter. I'll never be a weightlifter. And for people out there that don't know what a weightlifter and a bodybuilder, what's the difference, I'm going to explain it to you. A bodybuilder is primarily concerned with contracting his muscles. He contracts his muscles against greater and greater amounts of resistance. By doing that, he's able to stimulate hypertrophy and make his muscles grow. A weightlifter is just concerned about moving weight. And he can boast to you about how much he curls, how much he benches. It's really not important to me. Primarily, what's important to me is being able to make my muscles contract efficiently. I'm going to get a stretch and a contraction. And I'm going to be in control of it throughout the entire range of motion. Does that make sense?
Neither approach is wrong, but if you're looking at building muscle and you don't want to ruin your joints or get injured, you don't necessarily need to go as heavy as you think. Now, weightlifting and powerlifting is by far a riskier way of training. But if you're trying to get strong, then that's what you want to do. But if you are just trying to build muscle, remember this, you don't have to lift as heavy as you think, as long as you are contracting the muscles properly.
I am not joking when I say that your calorie intake is the #1 factor stopping you from either losing body fat or gaining size.
That one friend that always tells you the truth, never beats around the bush, never walks on eggshells and hurts your feelings sometimes, he's not the asshole. All your other friends that sit idly by while you destroy yourself and tell you that you're just fine the way you are, they're the assholes. The best friends you'll ever have are the ones that'll tell you what you need to hear and not just what you want to hear. They're the ones that you're going to hate the most in the short term but love the most in the long term. They want to see you be your best. They want to see you fulfill your potential and be what they know you can be.
This video just reminds me of what society is like these days, like the fat positivity movement. People are afraid of hurting each other's feelings now. So we pretend that, oh, you're beautiful as you are, or you're healthy as you are. Having extra fat on your body is not healthy. We all know it. We just don't want to hurt each other's feelings. We need people in our life that's going to give us reality checks every so often. So if you're watching this and you deep down know you should eat better or you need to start training again,
Let's do it. Let's really do it.
If you're a beginner or you're just trying to get out of a rut, download my No BS Muscle Building Blueprint. It's completely free. It's on my website. The link's in the description. Check it out. Hopefully it can help. Thank you, guys.
If you're going to do it, do it. Say what you can do. Do what you say. If you can't do it, don't say you can do it. Don't over leverage yourself. Don't over leverage a decision and then jump in and kind of dip a toe. I think I'll try it out. No, think if you're going to try it out beforehand, but when it's time to go, dive. Finish it. Find out. Come out the other side. Don't leave it and go, ooh, if I just would. That keeps me up at night. I think it keeps a lot of us up at night. When you half-ass something and you just don't know whether you failed or succeeded, got what you want or didn't get what you want. Finding out and looking in the mirror and going, I didn't half-ass it. I went all the way. I found out, and that ain't for me. Or I found out, and you damn right that is for me. That's a great place to get to.
I started this YouTube with no idea what I'm doing, but I'm doing it because I want to help people. So get in the gym because you want to get better.
That guy that you see at the gym with the perfect physique, he didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know how to eat. He didn't know how to train. He had no idea. He was just like you. That guy that you see driving the car that you want, living in the house that you want, with the business that you want, he suffered. He got made fun of. He got laughed at. He was embarrassed. All of the things that you are. The only difference is they cared more about what they were becoming than what they look like today. They failed over and over and over again, and every single time they failed, while everyone else was laughing, they got better.
Have you ever heard of the Japanese concept of wabi-sabi?
No.
So wabi-sabi is a Japanese design concept, which is beauty in that which is temporary or imperfect.
Nothing in this world is perfect. We definitely don't need to be perfect, but we need to try. If I can give up my job and start a YouTube channel in my 30s, you can get into the gym in your 30s. If there's anyone listening to this that wants any extra advice, like I said, drop it in the comments or follow me on Instagram or TikTok. I would love to help anyone. But that's it for today, guys. Take it easy.
Before I fall to the system, I'm gonna try and do good with my gifting and pray to the Lord for some wisdom. Pray. Hopefully someone will listen. Amen.